Welcome back. We are looking today at Irakere and their wonderful tune called Chekere. This was written in 1976 by Paquito de Rivera. He was one of the members. It's kind of interesting. The Cuban government made this basically Afro-Cuban bebop group so they could spread, the wonderful message that communism has to offer everybody. And some of the players in there ended up becoming quite famous outside of Cuba. We'll get into that in a minute. The neat thing about this tune, Chekere Son, it's based on a tune called Billy's Bounce by Charlie Parker. So this is a contrafact, is what you call that when you base a tune on another one. And that's what the bebop players did. They would take tunes like How High the Moon and base ornithology on top of that. The crazy thing about this awesome band, Irakere, they were discouraged from using cymbals because they were too jazzy, and they didn't want, the outside world to think that they were in favor of, jazz. The term Irakere means forest. They do have those in Cuba, apparently, when they haven't paved over them yet. It was founded in 1973. I was a very young 1-year-old at the time, and I was not aware of Irakere yet, but I found out about them later. I kind of like them. They were encouraged by the Cuban government to play American music. The formal version of Irakere was founded in 73, but they'd been playing together since the 60s, really. But it was codified. The famous trumpet player, Arturo Sandoval, he got his start in this group called Irakere. And he ended up catching the attention of this other little trumpet player named Dizzy Gillespie. Yeah, he's got a whole other story. So there's this interesting drum they have called the bata, and it's kind of like a djembe, the hourglass shaped instrument, but you play it on its side, and you can have 2 or 3 of them. So the bata was kind of their inclusion of this instrument, was their main contribution to Cuban music, and it's still there today. It plays a pretty important role. One of the founders of Irakere was this piano player named Chucho Valdez, and in Cuban music, he's as famous as Count Basie or Duke Ellington is in our music. When they were on tour in the late 70s, they won international acclaim, helped skyrocket them to the monster group that they later became, in Belgrade and Warsaw. So they went to Eastern Europe and performed there. It was under the Iron Curtain at the time, so Cuba had good ties with the Soviets, and that helped them get in there. So let's take a listen to this tune. It's a little bit long, so I won't play the entire thing for you, but you get a good taste of it. right, there's your introduction to Cuban jazz. That was great. I love that group. Lots more. Okay, next week, post-bop. Listen to some Stanley Turrentine. See you then. Bye-bye.